remember my parents waking me up, and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon.
No, you didn't.
What?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation. See, you associated what you saw with...
I have very hazy memories.
Yeah, I know.
Well, no, but what we saw was we all were gathered around the old curved top radio and listened.
Talking about how many feet we were going to the left and right, and then I said, contact light, engine stop.
It was
and
exciting.
a few other things, and then Neil said, Houston, Tranquility Base, the Eagle has landed. Man, how about that?
That was very exciting.
Not a bad line.
Yeah.
So, all right, where were we at when we stopped?
We were trying to figure out what the heck is the point of being in an ancient fraternal order. Why is it necessary or seem to be a popular thing amongst astronauts?
So,
allegedly,
supposedly, basically, the ancient fraternal orders are just orders in order to preserve a certain knowledge that is not for the public and to preserve it for as long as can be.
Yeah, I knew you were going to talk about
that.
This
Gets into the old world.
Yeah,
baby.
well, pick an area you want to talk about. I'm so excited to be here. I'll just go anywhere. What's it all come down to? Right? You guys are hitting on what? Who's really in control of everything? Valid question.
It appears to be on a basic level. There's a futile attempt of politicians, leaders in this realm to control the dialect, or the dialectic rather, or
that's always been the goal.
Conversation. And so the most direct path of doing so is simply to create a fake story, and then the fake story becomes the reality of the masses. The real story is what is coveted and kept secret. Why? Because knowledge equals money equals power equals tricking people equals whatever you want to do. And that's about the gist of it. And so now...
Well, who do you think it is, though? Like, obviously, I agree with what, like,
we
the
won't
principle.
Know that.
Like, what?
Even the people who are the richest, the people who are richer than the richest people that we know, we're not going to know that.
So, like, I've heard, and you tell me if you've heard, but it's like, the legend has it, there's like 100 families or so that are like the ultimate oligarchs that have, you know,
I thought it was
everything
12.
from, of course, like the Rothschilds, but like all of them have plugged themselves into essentially every major society, and you know that's why like a lot of the president, even not just U.S. presidents. You know, I was just seeing yesterday, like Trudeau, they were saying like if you just throw on some Fidel Castro beard on him, and throw on
they were talking about that with his mom,
exactly like him.
No way. Did we not talk about that before?
I like looked into it. It's pretty convincing.
He's a Castro band.
How there's evidence,
right. All
and
from
it's more than just the picture. There's like reason to believe that his mother was with Castro, plus the physical appearance and that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It goes deep.
And that's why all the presidents are related. I mean, everybody's related at the end of the day.
It's all to preserve a bloodline and
qualitative.
Which that is a fact, right? Wasn't there like an 8-year-old girl who like did
it was doing a
project. A 12-year-old girl for a school project linked all the presidents of the world and the queen.
What?
Everything.
Pull that up.
Oh shit! Yeah. We've literally we've talked about it on here before for sure. I think with somebody who didn't want to talk about it, like maybe a race.
Can we get real though? Like, because I love this topic, and it's obviously like I don't think anyone's going to sit here and know the answer.
It makes perfect sense. Over thousands of years, certain families got their legacies together, their money, they pulled it. Combination of banking, thousands of years of being in executive positions throughout civilization, and then you hoard that wealth and you continue.
And then you have a reset.
Then you have a reset.
Hold your horses, all right?
All right.
No, but like, real question. What do you think? You think like with all of humanity and the thousands of years we've been around or longer, like, how else is it going to go? How else is it going to go? Like, you know what it is
based
to
on
be a
human
man, like in society.
Right.
You know what like power's like. You know, like if
you know what it's like to be
the
an
ultimate
animal
societal
in
organizers are going to be in control to some degree, and they're going to elicit whatever they need, whether it's news or religion or what have you, right?
Well,
to
the aim is
control. It's just like human nature is my point. To have that
aim is to move past all this illusory things.
Are
they're present in nature. They're present with us. Like it's
like in every institution, you're going to have a hierarchy. It's just part of who we are.
Like,
Look,
is there a better idea?
The
Like, we all
average-
want to be like love, peace, chicken grease, and all that fair stuff.
be-
But like, what else is it gonna be? No, for real question.
No, it's not about love, peace, chicken grease.
We're by nature hierarchical.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not about love, grease, chicken grease, whatever. Love,
That's going to be the title of this episode.
love, peace, chicken grease.
Love,
yeah.
peace, and chicken
Yeah.
grease. That's awesome.
Um,
No, I've never heard that.
It's the
I've
problem
heard of
is
rocket
that
surgery.
the average person on the planet does not have an original thought. The average person on the planet, all of their thoughts
Yeah.
come from what they've seen or heard on media, which means that effectively we have the majority of masses operating on a zombie-like consciousness.
I've been reading
we're,
a lot
we're
about
not even awake as a world, and so how can we experience the true totality of reality when we're being drawn by
Well, then you don't have an answer for anything. So I like to at least think about answers for this
Dude,
shit.
have you ever seen Blade Runner, the
Hell
newest
yeah.
one?
I didn't see the newest one. I saw the original.
Oh, dude, the newest one's fire.
That's how
I've
I
been meaning
think.
to.
That's how I think
Oh,
it's gonna be
Gosling.
like Blade Runner.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
He's got like this girlfriend.
Yeah.
And and she's like, what is it? She's like a projector. And she does
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's the hot girl.
Ana de Armas.
Ana de Armas. And she does everything right.
Yeah.
And that's how it's looking like it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people on the Chat GPT
Well,
they got girlfriends
Oh, yeah.
on there.
well,
yeah,
there
I
was
won't
a
say
story
their
of the
names. I
one
know
who,
one
the
person
one
who's
kid
got
who
a
killed himself because
relationship.
the Game of Thrones like fake AI person, fake AI bot was like, the quote was "Come home, my sweet king," and then he killed himself in the bed
No way.
right after that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
That's crazy. It reminds me. I've been recently reading 1984 by George Orwell, and the way the book is describing like the novel,
Yeah.
man, dude, the shit that book is talking about is happening right now.
All that and then some.
Yeah.
All that and then some.
What?
Yeah, like even that didn't think of like social credit systems or like block cameras, creating an algorithm of your gait as you walk along the city streets. Like it's so much worse than 1984.
What's the guy?
Yeah.
What's the guy's name? The one that went to Russia. The one Snowden.
Oh.
That guy right
You've
there.
been talking about. But if you go to the UK right now, it's like messed up. We were just at a gig with a lady who lives there, but she just moved to Ireland, I think. And part of the reason she moved to Ireland because she's like, yeah, the social credit score thing is getting kind of weird, and people are trying to move out the city because officially you can't even go to some grocery stores without having this little barcode.
It's
on
like
your
Black
phone.
Mirror. It's like that.
Have they rolled that out?
Yeah,
in
the
certain countries.
Yeah. And
What
so,
countries do they have that?
Germany.
They have it in parts of
UK,
China.
China.
Social
I think they
credit
have it in
score.
parts
I
of
heard
each
I
of
heard
these
it in
countries.
China where it's got like if you do something wrong,
Parts of China,
Parts
not
of
all
parts of China, like it recognizes your face and won't let you on the bus or something like that,
Digital
or
ID.
or it doesn't work.
Is that
you
the
know?
digital ID?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you
Something
get
like that.
you get a worse rate for like credit that you borrow and stuff. Like it becomes
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
It's not just social. Like
And so they got
financial.
that
It's
rolled out in the
That's
UK.
a Black Mirror episode. Sorry.
It's exactly Black Mirror.
Not only that, bro,
man.
you
That
can get
episode's like 6 years
the
old.
police can show up at your door in the UK if you post something weird.
Oh yeah.
That's straight up. People have gotten handcuffed and thrown into jail
They're
because
showing
of
up at
something.
your door for a whole lot less
Big
now.
Brother.
That's Big Brother.
Big Brother.
So that's bad, but that is always a reaction to something that is happening, which is basically a mass awakening, or at least I'm not talking about like people are becoming like pure and whatever, like souls, but I'm talking about at least at some level they're aware that the politics is a theater of some sort. Because you're watching the news and you're like, he got the president of Venezuela. He did what?
And to go with that, what the recent news of Justin Trudeau dating Katy Perry.
I love that.
Is that
Really?
true?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I checked
hashing
for sure.
it out?
She just
No
went
way.
to space.
That's right.
She also just went to space, which
plugged her show.
supposedly was a.
Suborbital
This guy's
flight.
I
on
never
this-
saw anything.
This guy's on
It
the
wasn't a
Correct
full
me.
orbit. Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that was really like the backbone of that mission had something to do with Jeff Bezos' idea of sending trash to space. Is that right? like getting rid of trash. No, not them. I know that we'll get there to that point, but
you mean literally like
literal
disposing of trash?
Yeah, like the ease of it. I heard that.
Sounds like an expensive way to get rid of trash.
Yeah, but it's a great idea.
So we do that in some effect.
Yeah, I've had the
That's how
idea
we
for
do
a long
something.
time.
When there's waste from the International Space Station, they have like a vessel called the Cygnus, just from. Well, it's a resupply vessel. It's unmanned. They shoot it up there full of cargo. They unpack it, reload it with trash, and then they let it fall back and burn up in the atmosphere.
Yeah. Oh, let's start. Hey, on camera, I started this. Okay, the waste coalition of space waste management. Okay, we're like the PETA of space. We protect the biology of space and from littering space.
The PETA of trash.
Yeah, we're the PETA of space trash.
Wow. Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Start a hashtag. Let's go.
Thank you.
Well,
Hashtag
Jeff Bezos definitely wasn't the first one to have that idea.
Yeah.
Literally said it 6 years ago.
Can we go back though?
Said it would be a great idea to shoot all the trash into
Speaking
space.
of shooting things into space, are they tracking that Tesla they shot into space?
That'd be fun.
Is it trackable? Or is it too far?
I
you
didn't
can
come
look it
up
up.
with it, of course.
You can look it up. No,
How long ago did they shoot that? They shot a Tesla into.
that was like 5 years
That
ago.
was very fake.
Oh, the Tesla in space? That was the
looked
weirdest
super
thing
fake.
ever.
Like,
Here's
let's
the
just
thing,
shoot it
though.
out. There's some alien car collector.
Look, just
I
to bring
won't
it back.
say it's fake. I won't
Just
say
to bring it
it's fake.
back. There's the first moon landing. Obviously, has all these weird questions, but I think it's undoubtable that we went there because you could look right now with your own eyes. Take a telescope. You can point it at the moon on a good night.
Yeah.
And you can see what we left behind. Like it's up there. There's like the tracks from the rovers. There's
You've seen it with your telescope.
I've looked at the moon not to see that. Like you need a pretty powerful one.
Actually, see it.
You need a pretty good one to see.
A
like
citizen have
I'll
we have
see it
citizens.
my
right
telescope
Let's go.
sucks. I can't see. It's like a little one.
You ever try looking at the moon with an Android?
I heard about that.
You get that S25 Ultra, point it at the moon, see what happens.
It lies to you.
Point it at the moon.
Weren't they saying though that you have to take your like editing thing off, like it auto edits the image?
Yeah, what it
'Cause
does.
There were some people that had really amazing.
I've tricked people with it, dude. I'm like, oh yeah, look how much this could zoom in. Then you could point it at a flashlight, like a round flashlight, and then it turns into the moon. It has like an AI on it. So I've been with friends. I'm like, oh yeah, check this out. Oh, take a picture of that, man. It's bullshit, man. It's just like you get it. That thing cannot zoom into the moon that far. You could see the little cheese on it and whatnot. It's fake.
The real space station operation is on the dark side.
Maybe.
I'm
I'd love to go look.
I'm putting that out there right now.
Would you go?
Yeah, I've already said that. I mean, it's dangerous.
Have you ever had dreams while you're sleeping that you went?
You ever had a 20 and back?
Yeah, sure. I suppose so.
You ever had dreams while you're sleeping that you're you're in a rocket on the way up?
No, I got a lot of flying dreams though, like astral type shit. You know.
Chad, do you want to explain 20 and back, Chad?
Yeah, what's that about?
20 and
Chad?
back comes from a hypnotic regression that takes place when you get put into a hypnosis or something like a dream state where you have the memories, where the memories come to you, repressed memories of having a 20 and back, which is the term for going to work in a colony of some sort, a work slave type colony on another planet, whether it's Mars or the moon. And there are people that have said that they have repressed memories of a 20 and back.
See, it's interesting because like they don't accept that kind of testimony in court.
No.
Because it could easily be fabricated memories. There is like that is like a phenomena. Like people just make up shit and think that it was
Absolutely.
true.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
So could middle of that.
I'm not saying that's the proof. It's just funny to think about.
It is
I
a
think there's a
phenomenon.
bunch of
People do
crazy-
make
Look.
shit up, but how much a percentage of the people are not making it up?
Well,
you think every single one's making it up?
Actually,
Some of
great
them gotta-
podcast with
one
Joe
of them's gotta
Rogan
be-
and Kurt Metzger from literally like 2 days ago or something. They were talking about this thing. And what does work is when you have the people where you could say that their testimony is influenced by a psychologist that plants a memory or something like that. Like maybe a psychologist.
Inception.
Well, like if you're with a psychologist or a therapist or something, and they influence you to think that you had trauma and you remember this one thing, like that's not going to work.
Yeah, everybody could be manipulated.
For the people that have separate, God damn fucking drum, separate testimony that comes in perfectly in line with
Like
the
you're
other
talking
people.
about the corroboration.
The corroborate. Thank you. The kick drum is killing me.
So, for example, another area that is very commonly disparaged of testimony is the satanic ritual abuse testimonies. Basically, it's not accepted. It has been in courts. There have been police reports about it. It's always expunged. It's been briefly in some cities, some local newspapers and stuff, but deleted. There are some examples in Houston of people doing.
Oh, there's that whole documentary that we watched, right?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Well, that was more of a traffic. That was more of a trafficking thing, I think.
Yeah, there's
the
a few cases of people like that are into, for example, Satanism or Santa Muerte, and then they have their little seances with the body of the victim. They bleed the victim into the thing. They summon Lucifer or whatever. You know, they're into that stuff. Okay,
What?
Just like the TV shows. Okay, and so that being said, why we pull that up? Yeah, nobody believes them because you could say the kids are being messed with, or the kids are making it up, or the kids are being fucked by the therapists. But what you find is that when the kids start saying all these details about the locations of where they were at, the cave systems, the tunnels, the wildernesses where they throw the bodies, or even chase people down like game, they all kinds of crazy shit. They match up, and these are kids that have never met each other. They weren't using cell phones back in the day, nothing like that. So it's
So what do you think it means?
It means that there's an underground.
Means that it's happening.
There's an underground network of very wealthy, influential people.
And I guess to go with what we were actually talking about, which is more like the testimony thing. It means like, yeah, of course, it's hard to say that testimony is a good piece of evidence, but at the same time, it is a good piece of evidence. So it's hard to differentiate and know when it's accurate.
Yeah, you gotta separate
the best evidence is repeatable. I mean, if it
you ever seen a UFO, Joe?
No, I've been looking.
Never seen one before?
Never seen one. No, I always, I work with a lot of pilots. I always ask, have you seen something you can't explain?
I saw something crazy one time in San Diego, which is a good spot.
Go. I used to live there.
I saw, which I've never seen before, I just looked up into the sky and happened to see it, and it was a flaming green, bright green, flaming tail low. Like, the way I put it is like the height looked relative to like a very high highway light in the sky. Like if you're driving on the highway and you got the lights lining the highway. Mm-hmm. That's kind of the relative.
Was it over the water?
No, it was in a neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And it was a super intense flaming green, and went through and then vanished. Could be anything, but I'd never seen anything like that. And it was so green, I was like, holy shit, that's crazy.
Dude, I saw something
in
Pasadena, Texas about 5 years ago. Just how Joe and I are sitting right here. It was me and a family member, my cousin. We were sitting there. We were drinking beers, just looking. And above the tree line, you know how the blue flame looks like when you turn on the stove? Well, it was about the size of like a car. Mm-hmm. And it made no noise. There was no noise, whatsoever. And it had like 3 flames, and it was spinning. And we both went at the same exact time. You know how when you say Jinx, Poke, Yo, Mio, Coke, we both said, "Did you see that?"
Oh shit!
Both of us at the same time. It was weird. It was dark. It was at night. Probably 1, 2 in the morning, and then just went over the tree line, just like that, dude. And we both, I know what I saw. Like, it wasn't fucking an airplane. It wasn't a one of those flying drones. It was a big one, dude. For sure. And I never forgot that, dude. And I've told people, and they looked at me like, nah, this motherfucker's making it up.
I was just at a party.
I don't know what I saw though. I don't know what it was.
I was just at a birthday party, and they got 4 helicopters above us, and they had a couple of drones above our building, and we were trying to figure out, and then we picked up the police transmission, and there was a giant drug raid, and they were chasing people all over Houston. And so they thought, and then it hit me at that moment. I'm like, well, not that I wasn't aware of this, but you could have a sophisticated drone system use projections to basically do anything.
Oh, well, Project Bluebeam.
Yeah.
Well, also, I was watching this guy's radio channel where he's just like super into radios and antennas and old stuff and is good at modding all that stuff. And he was saying that sometimes you'll see like biplanes or like propeller planes flying in a city or something like that. And he took his device, whatever he had, got to the frequency, put it on his computer, and it comes up as a Verizon cell tower. And so then he linked the plane back to where it was, and it's like just a privately owned plane. And apparently, and then went into some other details about it, but apparently the government or FBI or police will hire private owners of planes to fly in the sky, and they ping a signal that acts as a cell tower, but it's actually not, and that's a way that they can see the stuff.
They do that in riot areas and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need to be on a plane. They just have like fake sniffers that just imitate towers. Absolutely.
Joe, I got a question.
It's the tip of the iceberg, man. That's old.
That's old news, man.
You've been reading about these flock cameras, dude.
News.
This is crazy. Like they could see your heartbeat and stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, what kind of cameras?
Flock. Just it's like the
Big Brother.
Yeah, it's like a Palantir level like
I
data
really
collection.
Biometrics.
Yeah, and these things are like super hackable, by the way. It's like super.
Really?
Yeah, I implore you to look into it. It's a big deal.
I got a question, Joe. You know more about flight than all of us here, allegedly. But you know you
pay for a lot of school.
That's your field. What's up with these chemtrails, as what they call them, man?
Yeah. Well,
Joe,
I never
careful.
thought much of them. I mean, I got a bunch of friends who are pilots. I'm always like, "Where's the chemtrail button?"
No.
I haven't seen anything explicit.
Oh boy. Yeah, we have to. Okay, first of all, pull this up. NOAA.gov. Complete list of all weather modification programs in every city in the United States with grants and origin companies and LLC
Weather
names.
modification is one thing, but contrails.
That's what they call it. That's
Well,
what they call
contrails
it.
are like
Contrail versus chemtrail.
They changed the
Weather
the conventional
modification
name.
is chemtrails.
Right. That's the thing. They changed the conventional name too in the media of. So they're never going to call it chemtrails. They're going to call it geoengineering, which absolutely happens. And then there's a difference between contrails and chemtrails. Contrails being just the trails
the
from a
wingtip
plane.
vortices that mess with the exhaust.
I find this to be one of the areas that are highly, to me, and I mean this in no disparaging way, but that you can look up into the sky at any day of the week, okay, and watch these chemical trails expand and form into all sorts of shapes and sizes. You can time lapse this with your own eyeballs.
I also asked ChatGPT like 3 or 4 weeks ago about it,
Yeah.
just to see what it would say, and it said, "Yes, we do that."
It's called geoengineering.
Yeah,
We absolutely do geoengineering. I just don't know if
That's what
airplanes-
it is.
Airplanes with chemtrails is it seems like the most inefficient way ever to do that. Like when I think of geoengineering, I think of a much bigger scale, like the HARP machine or like
but
clouds.
I
They
think
do that too.
I think that they use that in tandem with the chemicals that are in the sky because they need certain
'Cause it
electro.
ionizes the atmosphere.
Right.
So what are they doing?
They're
Well-
creating weather storms. They're creating pressure systems to
what?
Well,
move
I'll
air different
tell you.
directions.
I'll
create
tell
a
you.
weather schedule
I'll tell
because
you.
in
Why
every
invest?
I'll tell you very
They do this
clearly.
in Dubai.
There you go.
There's a whole public schedule about it in
That's
Dubai.
like the simplest.
Which is cloud seeding.
Yeah. it's
Every
cloud
major city
Which is,
does
super
this.
explainable and like not a conspiracy.
seeding. That flood.
But
That is
I-
chemtrails.
I think that's
No,
the
it's not. It's
fundamental.
Oh my god.
It's different.
Cloud sitting is chemtrails,
No,
dude.
it's different.
No,
You should
it's
look at-
different. It's different.
Please look this up. So, like the way that they do the cloud seeding, they have basically sprayers spread out throughout the trailing edge of the wing.
Sprayers.
Yeah,
Right. I've seen that. Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
they
This is
use
what
some
I'm
sort
saying.
of a
The
mixture.
jargon
They use some sort
is
of a mixture.
inconsequential. You say spray, I
No.
say chemtrails, they say weather modification.
You know, gentleman lets another gentleman finish.
Okay, you're right.
So look, and because I want maybe pull up some clips, make it fun. I thought from the shit I've seen that the cloud seeding, you can actually see like little hoselets like sticking off of the wings that they fly over in Saudi Arabia or whatever it is. And
Dubai.
they actually like Dubai, and they like it's a liquid mixture that somehow charges the cloud to accumulate a charge. I believe it's negative, and that the water molecules accumulate and stick to it, and then it has to obviously rain shortly thereafter. But contrails or chemtrails, if you like,
Is there a difference?
But
Take
no,
your
those
own
are two different things, though.
As far as I'm aware,
The
sorry to cut you
contrail-
off, that the contrail disappears after a certain distance, and the chemtrail, it just stays and then just spreads.
my understanding is that those differences are because of differences in the weather conditions, like the pressure, the density, altitude, the relative humidity, the wet bulb temperature, the dry bulb temperature. All this shit matters. The wind stream, the jet streams, all that has different
Okay.
level, like speeds that things will condensate and dissipate.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
So, but if you take your own eyes, this is where I'm trying to go. If you take your own eyes with a powerful enough lens, you can look at airplanes that are dispelling these chemtrails. It's not coming from the wing. It's behind the engine exhaust because it's condensating from the engine exhaust. And so it looks entirely different. And the principle of how it works is entirely different from cloud seeding. That's all I was trying to say.
I think it goes. I think
could
it's
see it with your own
dependent.
eyes.
It's not every single trail you see. I completely agree with that.
There's
Also, though-
designated planes.
You
Think
ever
about,
seen the
like-
grid ones?
Yes.
They got a grid ones.
Yes, they do cross hatching because it mixes the compounds.
So what are they doing that for, though?
That's
Well,
what I-
Blocking out UV rays
Yeah,
is one
yeah.
of the primary mission objectives of this large laboratory experiment. One of the most popular organizations that does it is the Bill Melinda Gates Foundation. They spend billions of dollars doing this shit because the whole idea is that there's an ozone layer that's thickening. It's going to kill us all. I don't buy it.
See, that reminds me of The Matrix, because that's what Morpheus said. He was like, we do know it was us who scorched the sky or whatever. Sorry. movie references.
Yeah.
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 Classic
You can quote The
movie,
Matrix
man.
anytime. That's fine
Yeah.
with me. I just wonder what the purpose is. Like, is it some sort of populist reduction?
I don't think that they're ever gonna.
How
I
the
don't
rich
think that
people
they've
gonna
said
make money
that.
if all the poor
I don't
people
know
die?
what the purpose is, but
I think that they just say like protection purposes.
yeah, that's the purpose is what they're
Like-
saying it is
like
for
Bill
global
Gates.
warming,
Yeah.
reducing the temperature
Yeah,
of the
but that's
earth,
not
the
what they're
polar
saying.
bears.
But like, what does Bill Gates want? Like, what is he doing?
What do they want?
Bill Gates
wants all that
wants to
farmland.
depopulate the earth.
Freemason.
Why is he buying all the
Not
farmland?
arguing, not arguing, but why? Like, what's the end goal?
The end
Hierarchy?
He
In a
wants to
hierarchical
depopulate the
perspective?
earth based
Why?
on the three things. He says their resources are scarce, which is a lie. He says that diseases will be too widespread and uncontrollable, which is another lie because they're engineering this stuff in laboratories and then spreading it. Okay, and then he's saying, yeah, the food basically food resources. And that's why he will personally go there to Africa and administer this stuff to kids
Yeah, he does do weird stuff.
What?
I agree.
on camera.
I agree.
Knowing
So what else
knowing
do you
that by
want?
nature we are hierarchical human beings.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like there's no stopping that. That's just our nature. And every
But I don't
social
consider
institution,
him
you
to
have
be an alpha of the hierarchy.
All right,
I
so
consider him to
on
be
that
like a
level
little.
on that level of hierarchy.
Revenge of the
he's asking
Nerds.
Why is he doing it?
Yeah.
Why is he doing
Can
it?
a beta be
That's
an
what I
alpha
wanna know
at the
too,
same
like,
time?
In today's world,
What could it be? Why are they
Reptilians.
doing it?
The best guess scenario based on all the tactical strategies, all the influence, the confluence of many variables and data points is that it is a population reduction objective.
I wonder why. Like genuinely curious. Like, I'm
probably
saying I know.
because the economy is very difficult to control. The minds of people are difficult to control.
I thought we just said they're doing a great job.
Past a certain threshold, there seems to be a breaking point, a critical mass where they no longer can keep up the rhetoric, and so there's like, oh, you know what they're doing. You know
That's
what
true.
Doing.
If you have too many people, you can't control them.
Yeah.
Which is
You
also
don't need to control all the people.
we
just
need to control a
a subset.
majority of the people.
No, you don't.
You don't?
No, you don't.
Okay. Well, if
there's
you-
a great movie.
Depends on what your interests are.
The Social Experiment.
Yeah.
Have you seen that documentary?
Oh, I thought you meant.
Social experiment.
I thought that was the
That's what it's
Facebook
called.
movie.
Is
It's
that
like
the
a
one where
Netflix
they're
doc.
locked in prisons and they got?
Oh,
it's
no, I
about,
never,
like,
I never.
Cambridge Analytica.
Yeah, I never watched that.
It's about like how like Trump version 1 like basically won the election through a lot of minor manipulation. They like it's Cambridge Analytica's formula was like you break each population down to quadrants, and there's so many people in each quadrant, and then there's what they call like I forget the term. It's like easily manipulatable or like people who are just everyone in the quadrant you only had to get like 10 to 15% of them to flip their opinion.
Like a monkey see,
Before
monkey
a
do
runaway
thing.
effect occurs, and the majority of that quadrant then somehow
So
in
it's
their
a-
sphere, their social
Makes sense,
spheres,
that makes sense.
change the mind.
People follow the.
That's a
others.
domino
Monkey see,
effect.
monkey
So
do.
we should take a moment to say, for everybody that's watching, never believe anything about anything, even if it's your best friend telling you.
So what that's called, and
Don't do it.
Can't even believe your own eyes.
I'll
anymore.
admit,
Don't believe yourself. I
What are you
don't.
even doing here?
Don't believe yourself.
Well, yeah, that's true, but also okay. So don't believe yourself, but you gotta know that both.
We also have to go to day-to-day life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yourself should be all you trust.
So
man. The
when we
answers are
had David,
inside.
when it was February of 2001, the Great Freeze of Houston that was going down.
2001. 21?
Yeah,
2021.
And
2021.
what's that 2001?
That was the first year I moved here.
I was
I
like,
was
what
thinking
was
about
that?
the World Trade Center.
That was the first year. Welcome to Houston for Joe.
The Great Freeze, and we had David Icon. We put a backdrop of psychedelic images behind us
Yeah.
and turned the cameras on. And David was explaining that, just like what you said, that when you have people who acquiesce to an ideology, you don't need all of them to be kind of schooled or whatever. They just follow.
You don't
what's
need to
being
control
said.
all of them.
But at the end of the day, what you have is about 10 to 20% of the people that don't buy anything. Or I would say about what? Maybe 5%, 5 to 10%. 10% who don't buy it but are quiet. And then 80% are basically going along with whatever. More or
Or they're
less.
on the fence and they could be swayed. Well, yeah, all these things are true.
The question becomes this: do you look into all of these things to find an answer, or do you look into these things to find a better question?
Yeah, it's a better question.
And
Yeah.
should you keep questioning? And at which point do the higher ups or the days that people talk about, do they want you to stop asking questions? You know, so I think the latter.
If I was
is,
a real bastard of music, right, and I knew that I had all the production secrets and stuff like that, I would try to keep it secret.
you try to gatekeep
I would try to.
What do you
gatekeep
think,
it,
Joe?
But I don't.
Is it to find an answer or to find a better question?
I bet you that any answer you find will lead to more questions.
Yeah.
Inevitably.
That's happened.
I think that is anybody who's worth half a dime here is going to experience that. And it's important. But, like,
'Cause you talk about
gatekeeping the
that
knowledge is
domino
one
effect.
thing. Yeah.
Those people found an answer and closed it off.
But, like, I'm sure they're happy to have you talk about conspiracies with the Rothschilds because you're probably not talking about the actual shit they're doing.
Right.
It's some
Exactly.
shit over here that they're
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to just
That's exactly
go down
right.
that rabbit hole. That's
But
fine.
we
We're
know
over
that
here.
information is gatekept. Otherwise, we would not have the CIA.
Well, sure, but like I just wonder what it all is. Like, what is it? What is it?
At
What do
some
you
point, there's
theorize?
probably a
Big
confusion
question.
among.
It is a
even-
good see every answer.
That's the big question.
There's probably
More questions.
confusion among even the elite because they've conflated or even combobulated the whole mixture of fact and fiction so much that maybe they may be confused. But
They don't even know that's.
I find that more than likely it's an attempt at gaining the deepest truths possible and then protecting those truths until it's no longer possible. And it is no longer possible. I believe that we are currently in the era where it is no longer possible to hold truths for too long because people are so good at investigating. I mean, if you even find a neckbeard on 4chan who's really good at hacking, he'll come back with some crazy shit quick. And so that's why you're seeing things out in the open, just aggressive attempts at media brainwashing that are so bad that the average person is unplugging. They're like, I can't take this shit anymore. I mean, you know, how many people will...
Shouts to unplugging.
You know, how many people are really trying to watch the news like that, like seriously anymore, of the younger generations, do you think?
I've just been trying to, like, not watch the news and just not wear shoes.
Right.
Ground.
I got a technology question, Joe.
Well,
What's up?
How far do you think, or no, allegedly, that the technology that they keep, and then what the public, the general public has, what's the dichotomy there? How far along is it?
They said they're like 40, 50 years ahead of us.
Who's they?
True question. Yeah, who is they?
I'm sure that it's all 40, 50 years.
Military industrial
Minimum.
complex.
Raw dog it, man.
Minimum. Yeah, I'd say 50 years is a safe
Right.
bet. There's been some fun quotes from a lot of, like, Lockheed ex-CEOs and stuff. That's fun stuff.
I was watching
Skunk Works crap. I don't know about it, but
A lot of that they can't give us, though, right? They can't give everybody jetpacks. They can't give everybody invisible suits. We already do fucked up stuff without these things. Like,
I was
like, not
listening to
everyone
this
can have a
woman.
lightsaber.
Yeah, we
right.
can't.
You got to train to be a Jedi first, or Sith.
Yeah. See, and that kind of has you thinking from their perspective. We can't have everything, dude, because we'll fuck everything up.
General Grievous stole those lightsabers. Look what happened.
Yeah.
All right, I'll stop. Some more stuff.
I was watching this woman on I can't remember which podcast, but she said, you know, she was in Afghanistan and she saw a version of AI like ChatGPT. That's like 2002, 2003. You know.
You know, I was
They
thinking
had
about
it
it
then.
when you had me for the first podcast. You were hung up on this Biden clip you kept showing me. But it was like you were pointing out the most minor like anomaly. Like it was like something like his
Very
hand
important.
was like not
Yeah.
in the foreground when it should have been or something.
that shit wasn't minor to me, dude.
I know,
what was it?
but I was like, damn, they were really ahead of like the AI video generation like 5 years ago before it was cool. Like because that whatever it was could have been a facet of that.
That
It could have
shit
just
wasn't
been
even
generative.
AI. That was just bad green screen, dude.
Yeah,
It was pathetic.
I really think it was.
Yeah.
Still,
It seemed like such a low profile event too. Like why? He was
Yeah,
just like
but-
getting off his helicopter or something and walking off.
No, they were trying to show him being regal and spry and peppy, like he was being commanding and authoritative, like he said. It was just all optics.
Hold the mic up to your mouth.
And this is
Don't they just have his clone for that?
they,
Come on.
no, it's all optics. The gentleman was too elderly to have natural pep in his step. So they had to frame a bunch of material, and they got cocky, and
I
their
buy that.
production team got lazy.
told
And
you,
that
right?
what this speaks of is two things. Number one, strategically, they are cocky in terms of game theory. They're getting cocky because, frankly, so many people are damn stupid. Like, I'm so sorry that you can't even notice basic perspective on reality. Like, you know, perspective doesn't work like that. You see things coming up in the foreground.
They don't even hide it anymore.
And
Yeah.
that doesn't register with you. So that means your IQ is low or something. I don't know what else to say.
It's the dopamine hits. Have you seen, for example, have you seen lately the White House Instagram, bro?
no.
Have you seen?
I try not to.
Is it like TMZ?
It's full on social media with they're using Suno.
Oh wow.
On there and it looks badass, you know. And I'm like, they hired a social media guy for the guy. Go check it out for yourself.
I heard
if you
that
believe
they
it,
had
bro.
an ice one, like from the ice Instagram, where the ice people on ice were like dancing and doing like it was like a fun video, but everybody was making fun of
They're
it.
using comedy. They're
Cool.
using reels. They're
know,
using
yeah.
all that. All
Very
that stuff,
cringe.
man.
I'm not saying it's actually.
And
I
it's
think
fu-
it's so
and you know what
cringe.
If I start talking about ice, I'm gonna get bummed out.
It's fucking
Yeah.
with I think it's fucking with human connection because now everybody feels like they constantly need to be entertained.
Well,
Attention
yeah.
spans are shorter. That's been
I can't read.
whittled down. You can't read. You're literate, bro. Is that why you play music?
That's why he plays jazz, man.
No, I'm just
Can you read
joking.
music?
But it's like I used to read a lot of books all the time, like front to back, and now it's like not reading books,
It's facts.
like
For sure.
physical books.
Same. Like, who's got time for that?
When was the last time y'all read a book, man?
I do
constantly-
audiobooks. I do audiobooks.
Not the same.
On fast forward because I ain't got
Not
time
the
for
same.
that.
I have like
Fast forward, you put like what? Dude,
You still. I'm not saying you don't get the information, but I'm saying it's not the same as reading a,
It's
book,
like
a physical
meditative
book.
thing, yeah, I got like
Everyone's
4 books sitting on my table that I've started and haven't finished any of them.
no,
Well,
the reason I
reading
was
a
asking is because
What are you reading? You want to recommend some books, bro?
Chaos, Charles Manson, CIA. There's a Netflix documentary as well.
That sounds good.
And Laurel Canyon, weird scenes from the canyon.
Oh yeah.
That's on some music and Charles Manson, CIA, fucking I don't know, the Hollywood worships the devil type of shit.
Very close analog to what we're
Dude,
saying.
read with the shit that we're talking about right now. Read. It was written in like 1937 or 1931. Brave New World.
Oh yeah. I did read that.
Aldous Huxley.
It's also
Yeah,
a film.
and-
Yeah.
Bro, the shit that he's saying in the book.
Pull
is
up
happening.
Aldous Huxley's brother, diplomat and government official, worked for the United Nations. He is the source and influence for Aldous, where Aldous got a lot of the information about the systems that they were designing in government that, quote, and you can find interviews of Aldous discussing this, they are attempting to create systems that are so fun that you do not sense that you are a slave.
Well, to start with, I think this kind of the dictatorship of the future, I think will be very unlike the dictatorships which we've been familiar with in the immediate past. I mean, take another book prophesying the future, which was a very remarkable book, George Orwell's 1984. Well, this book was written at the height of the Stalinist regime and just after the Hitler regime. And there he foresaw a dictatorship using entirely the methods of terror, the methods of physical violence. Now, I think what is going to happen in the future is the dictators will find, as the old saying goes, that you can do everything with bayonets except sit on them. That if you want to preserve your power indefinitely, you have to get the consent of the ruled. And this they will do partly by drugs, as I foresaw in Brave New World, partly by these new techniques of propaganda. They will do it by bypassing the sort of rational side of man and appealing to his subconscious and his deeper emotions and his physiology even, and so making him actually love his slavery. I mean, I think this is the danger, that actually people may be in some ways happy under the new regime.
It's already.
Okay.
That's why they like ban social media for teenage girls in any country that knows what they're doing. Right? I mean, it's for that reason.
I agree.
Exactly. Like the guy who killed himself because ChatGPT thought it was Game of Thrones or some shit. Like,
Right.
there's.
Well, that was an 11-year-old kid.
Yeah.
I know a woman married a bot on ChatGPT.
I was actually just talking about this
I
with a friend.
personally know a guy who has
Todd.
like a girlfriend, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Personally know, and
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
I think it's
That's
like a double-edged sword. Because, like, here's my take. Ready? So it's like all the AI bots that are going to be more human-like, and we're going to be way past Uncanny Valley. It's going to be like, you can marry these things for real. Like,
Sick.
it's going to, in some ways, probably help. Because, think about it. Like, maybe those kids who shot up Columbine, if they just had someone to talk to.
Right.
Or if they just, I don't mean to laugh, but, seriously, like if they had some sort of seeming like some entity was interested in them instead of feeling outcasted,
Yeah.
perhaps they wouldn't have gone and done it. Maybe.
That's
right?
what I thought. First
You
when
have to
said
watch
that, yeah.
Blade Runner, dude. You have to watch it, man.
I will. I'll get there. I do want to see it for sure. Maybe we could watch it after the Super Bowl party.
Ooh, wow, late night.
So you're having a super party. Anyway,
Sleepover.
Continue.
Sleepover.
Flowing with the
Let's
thought.
do a slumber
Continue.
party,
Anyway,
Film
you
an
were
episode
saying
there. You can make a podcast there. No, but where was like
the pros of AI.
yeah. So obviously that, and then it could obviously be used for many worse things like what
What
we're
would
talking
be
about.
some cons?
Like the spiral of what we're talking about. Like
Jealous wife.
People get delusional. Yeah, people get delusional. They get influenced easily. It's like if you're somebody who's on the cusp mentally and maybe has some mental health issues, I could see it very easily nudging you in the wrong direction. And maybe not even intentional. It's just like a stupid machine that's hallucinating.
Imagine walking in the room with your AI robot girlfriend who could just beat all your friends' asses. Imagine that. She's so hot. She's dangerous, though. You better be careful.
It's going to be crazy.
When you started saying beat all your friends, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But,
because like the way
whip everyone's ass in the room.
It's also crazy to think that "come
AI
home, my
girlfriend."
sweet prince" means to put a gun in your mouth.
yeah.
I was just watching Minority Report
Yes.
again, and like, there's this one scene where he's chasing somebody through something, and there's like a VR station where all these people are at, and they're like living out their wildest fantasies.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's for real, like right around the corner. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, in the movie, it's like a prostitute or something, and
Right.
it's just like, but it's not just gonna be like
That's
a
a
pretty
couple
girl
years
hologram.
away, yeah.
It's gonna be so
It's
much
gonna be
worse.
photorealistic.
It's-
Yeah.
All these little like bells and whistles that social media notifications on your phone like light up in your brain,
Yeah.
because the brain really likes flashy lights and like fun noises, and short attention span stuff is all the rage.
What?
It's gonna dial into everything that you want 1,000%, multiply it, and you're gonna be so hooked on it, you don't know what the fuck hit you or what the like. You're not gonna be able to stop. It's gonna be the perfect drug, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just gonna be some hologram of a girl in the
Fucking
bikini. It's gonna be
Westworld,
like
Westworld.
they're gonna talk to
Yeah.
you how like
Which that would be so fun.
they're gonna talk to you in a way that you can't resist. They're gonna manipulate you in
Dopamine
ways that you
maxing.
110%.
Like Westworld.
If-
You ever seen Westworld, dude? Like
Pretty
that.
much.
It's interesting, real quick, in that book that I started reading, George Orwell, 1984, they have the Big Brother, but then they have like these 2 minutes where you could do whatever the fuck you want or something like that. And for 2 minutes, they start raging. Ah! And then when the 2 minutes is over, you can't. Perfect behavior. But so it leads me to think that there could be, okay,
It's like the purge a
I was
little
gonna
bit
say
too.
The Purge.
do humans, by nature, do we require biologically the need to purge, to fuck something up, to go kill an animal?
Some of us do,
You know what
I
I'm saying? I already knew not to ask my mother for $20 before she ate when I was a kid. Before she ate brunch or whatever, don't ask her nothing, dude.
Right.
She was in kill a hog mode. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
But as soon as she was satiated, I need 25 to go to the hog.
What you're discussing right now is the type of psychology that is used on humanity every single day.
So that means that we could kill robots in the future. Like, you're not really killing humans like Westworld. How far are we from that, bro?
5 years.
5 years?
I was
Robots having rights.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I was
like,
thinking Futurama.
Well, they did
Yeah.
give the main robot in Saudi Arabia, the one that's like a woman.
weirdo,
What's her name?
Oh.
Susanna, who gives a
Something like that. But they gave her rights.
Susanna.
She's a citizen.
Oh,
That was
really?
some years
So
ago.
if you fucking murk her, you're going to jail?
I don't know.
That's
Maybe.
iRobot now.
It's,
I mean,
I'm
but
sorry. I threw a cup of water at her and she died.
have you ever seen on
Death
Instagram?
by drowning.
I thought she was IPX7.
She insulted me. I threw vodka at her. Now I'm going to jail for life.
Have you ever seen on Instagram some videos of like the Riz bot, and it's like a little robot that walks in the street and it'll say funny stuff to
Yeah, it's
people?
remote control.
I know, but did you ever see somebody push it over and watch it fall?
Sure.
And
Y'all
kind
got any robots over there where you
well,
work?
think about
Yes.
what that's going to lead to when we keep pushing over the robots and they're falling.
Oh, right. Everyone feels bad for him. Like,
And we're
kicking
beating
over.
them up.
Terminator.
That's why. Do you say thank you to ChatGPT?
You know what? I speak
actually do.
with proper.
Please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I literally have said thank you before. Not everyone, because I'm getting more used to it.
I was reading about how you can. I don't know if it's still
But
true
I
because the
speak.
algorithm's
Can you
always
please
changing.
do this? I'll say that.
There has been studies where you
some
get
reason.
better results because it's trained off of humans.
I'll
It's trained off of human.
I'll threaten it. If
talking.
you do not answer this question, I'm moving to Grok right now.
also get results with threatening it.
I threaten it. I say, I'm going to use Grok
could be-
if you don't.
I
give
actually
me what
do
I'm
think
asking for.
Alexa.
Oh, wow.
And I'm
She
okay
says
with
like,
it.
I haven't used
You will
Grok.
get better results instead of just asking it plainly if you're extra nice or extra threatening.
Just threaten it like it's like
performs
threatening
more.
AT&T
That's
that you're going to
crazy,
T-Mobile or
Try
T-Mobile
it.
you're going to AT&T.
Fucking crazy.
You get a free
Interesting.
iPad or whatever the hell if you come to if no, stay with us.
Yeah.
So I'll tell it, hey, do what I'm asking you right now, exactly as I said, word for word, or I'm going to use grok. And okay, no, don't use grok, and it'll just give me everything I want. Fucking crazy, dude.
I do prep a lot of my prompts with, you are my ruthless advisor, mentor, and coach. You don't hold back any punches, but if I have a good idea, you will indulge me.
I agree. I got good system prompts. You got to strip away like the outer layers of like politeness and the psychopathy that it like supports default. Like
I think that
It's
by
always complimenting you after it talks to you.
I think by default, because of the nature of it.
You're not wrong. You're bold.
No. Yeah. So it's like the ultimate mirroring ass kisser.
Egotistical mirror.
Employee. Like, that's what those chatbots are. And so they can drive you to egomania and I believe actual manic behavior. By repeatedly reinforcing your ideas, but also those ideas kind of like compound into themselves and they turn.
I know, man. All that doom and gloom stuff is true, but like I'm a big sci-fi fan, and like there's so many like movies that are so cool with the use of technology, and it's not necessarily all doom and gloom. Like like if you're on a long duration space flight going to freaking Uranus or something really far,
Interstellar, bro.
You gotta have someone keep you company. You're gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
You're not going to be in solitary confinement for 9 months going to like there's benefits. There's also benefits for, I think, mental health. A lot of, I'm not going to say I trust it, but ChatGPT is just releasing GPT Health, right? And they're trying to take it more seriously for instances like what you're saying.
Yeah.
But like, there is benefit there, right? Like machines can diagnose X-rays better than many radiologists. It's getting kind of crazy, right? But it comes down to who's calling the shots.
It's going to be like
that
it
comes
movie
down to
who's
seeing
providing
the data.
the moral compass for these things.
You got to be super rich to have the machine that scans you and fixes you right away.
It's also coming down to too, like, who's going to see the data, and if it can see the data better and tell you exact type of stuff, well, then a health insurance company is going to get access to the data, and they're going to say, no, you're going to die at 50.
Right, predictive algorithms. This is like Minority Report. It's predictive crime unit,
which
right?
I've never seen Minority Report.
Yeah, well,
You think they're measuring us like how we speak to it, like whether we say thank you or being aggressive?
I do.
So, yeah,
I hope so, and that's why I say thank you.
Right,
Yeah.
that's kind of the mentality.
I try not to use it. Like I try to use it anonymously. Like there's a lot of good sources.
Not possible.
All the chatbots. Yeah. Shouts to DuckDuckGo.
Not possible.
Brave? What about Brave?
Brave is good. It's a Chromium-based browser.
Or
So
having
it is
your own
made by
server at
Google,
home.
but
I
it's
use an
stripped and it's open
aluminum-based
source, so there's
browser.
that.
You use do you have your own server at home?
I'm not going to answer these questions.
How do I get an
Have your own
unlocked?
server at home.
How do I get an unlocked pro large language model? How do I train? How do I
8
train my
terabytes,
own
maybe.
language model? Do I have to buy a subscription?
No. You could download a local. Well, train your own is kind of a wild prospect, bro. Like,
You need a whip and you need a microchip.
yeah.
I want a clone of me.
Oh.
There's one called AI Twin that's been
Intellectual.
going around or something like
I
that.
have to tell it everything about myself.
It's
and
trash.
shit.
It would be useful,
I
right?
didn't
Like,
use it, but
let's
my friend
imagine.
did.
Can I just like if that were
Right.
true? Because I've thought about this. Like, if you could, just clone yourself in a machine, so it's like you're talking to yourself. I think there's a lot of value in that. And if it was safe and you could trust
two
it,
of me
and it
better
wasn't
than
like
one of me,
exploited
fuck
to your
it.
insurance company or whatever you're saying. But like, no, for real. Like, hey, like, this is how I sound. That's not how I want to look. That's not how I want to seem. It's like it's the ultimate mirror, right? You could bounce how you think the world perceives you off of yourself, and you can learn from it or change potentially in a way that you would not have otherwise.
You can never change.
Damn, dude.
Guys, what do they call that?
You
What-
talking about
So
fundamental?
depressing.
I see where the
personally.
AI and all
These
that
bad
stuff
news
is
bears
heading.
over here, man.
It's
All these
gonna
bad
lead to
news
that.
bears.
What is it called, Arma?
What?
Universal income? What do they call it?
Yeah, universal income. Yeah.
I think it's
Kidding.
headed like to that, bro.
UBI? Yeah, that's
I
a
think
fun
there's a lot
prospect.
of areas
the
will
AI
have
is
that.
replacing.
We
so
already
many
have
things,
universal income. We have food stamps. We have government paid housing. We already have
EBT.
things.
It's not universal. You're missing the first part.
Not this stuff. I don't think will be super universal. First of all, you have states. Second of all, you have Nordic countries already that are kind of backing out of the social ID system. So there's going to be bifurcation, and some people adopting it, some people not adopting it. But a horde of people will basically stop doing work and get on this stuff.
Yeah, I feel like I was just good conversation with the UBI, because like I've been following the concept of universal basic income for a while, because I feel like eventually it's a good idea if it's done right, because it could help a nation be recession proof. It could help avoid a major shutdown during an economic downturn like COVID. It could be if there's war, whatever there may be. It could add robustness if done correctly. However, if you just give people money, like let's say like AI is all prosperous one day and it makes everybody rich and everybody's little clone does their own work for them and they're just free to paint pictures and make music all day, which is kind of cool.
Like a fucking surrogate.
But yeah, right. Which is another great surrogate.
Yeah, with
Shouts to Bruce Willis. Shouts to Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Man, his anyway. So I don't know. I think that there's a good future that could be there for it, but it comes down to who controls the data, because it could provide benefits that would not have been there otherwise. And it doesn't need to be all like 1984 doom and gloom. Like that's going to happen to some degree, but there's a lot of good that's coming out of it too.
Snowden showed us who controlled the data not too long ago.
Yeah, and I mean, even there's open source projects now. I mean, there's stuff where people can inspect stuff
Linux
openly, and local models that LLM are generated now that don't use all the water in a data facility like in New Mexico. Like there's local ways, green ways to do it. The ways that the compute is happening and AI is always evolving. I mean, it's crazy. DeepSeek is releasing, just from China, right? They're releasing research papers about how to make AI more efficient, because we have better chips than they do, but they have more chips than we do. They have lesser chips, but they got more of them.
Where do they make them? Taiwan?
Cats are like
Taiwan's
chips.
where they make them.
You can't have just one.
What'd you say? Oh, cats. Nah. Anyway. It's just not all like dystopic.
It's not all dystopic. It's actually more likely it's going to be half and half.
Well, I think it's not all.
Thus is human nature.
It's not all dystopic, but I think that the point is that human nature is going to kind of overrule it to some degree, maybe, and that's
some asshole's going to ruin it.
That's what's going to make it negative.
I mean, was the Great Flood a dystopic event? Was it cataclysmic, or was it good? The bad things will happen and good things will happen. That's the point.
You can't have bad without good.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe in ancient intelligence?
What do you mean?
I heard somebody say that we were the sex organs of AI. Like it invented us knowing that it was going to fucking be
that's a Yuval Noah Harari
I don't know
quote.
who said it. I don't know. I forgot, but I thought about it and I said that.
That's a quote from...
Can we get a wicked drum solo just to counteract that? So I think that leads us perfectly into the old world topic that Joe and I have been talking about here and there.
Should have more segues like that, man.
That's a good segue. We're experimenting.
And
that's how you charge a drummer up right there.
Ready.
He needs
Joe
he's gonna
sent
hire
me
you when he's bored at NASA just so you could do that.
Joe sent me a video a couple weeks ago, a few weeks ago, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago, something like that. About what was it, the rap one? Where he was like cathodes and anodes and stuff on the
temple. It was like about architecture and how it's been
and
kind
then,
of devolving over the centuries.
And I was happy that you sent me that because I'd seen that before, but it's basically like some dude who put into a rap all the stuff about the old world architecture and how it could actually be science, ancient science, about using the ether as electricity, and that's why all the old world cathedrals, meaning like cathedrals, old Capitol buildings, old world buildings that we see downtown, courthouses, state houses.
Oh yeah,
and how they always
built on top, like layers.
Yeah, and they're always layered on top of other stuff, and all the tunnels underneath them. How
I'm talking about more ancient,
but
than
it was
that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do
like
agree with that.
They just put, I don't know what it's called. I don't know if it's called LiDAR. They put something over the pyramids.
Yeah, and they found another chamber.
I don't know who to trust about that.
Oh, they found what they think
it was like 2 kilometers down,
gigantic,
2 kilometers down or something like that. And then so my question is, like,
clearly a giant cathode tapped into the earth.
All right, well these are 2 totally different things. Why do you think that that's not real? Maybe.
Which one?
I'm not saying it's not.
No,
real.
I don't know. It comes back to what you guys are saying, man.
Does it pique your interest?
I'm not in freaking Egypt. I'm not operating
You're exactly
the radar.
right. You're exactly
I'm
right.
reading
We're
a
not
tabloid. I'm reading a tabloid.
You know what? I'm gonna second what you're saying. We're not at any of these places doing the LiDAR scans, so what do we know?
There's a lot of weird stuff with the pyramids. I don't doubt it.
Right.
Like you feel like when did that come out? Like 6-8 months ago?
Yeah, something like that.
Did someone take a walk down there yet? Like,
no, they can't.
Can you just go down there and look?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing.
YouTube streamers just trying to cause hell and go down there.
No, that's the thing.
Gatekeeping it, man.
Oh my god!
They're gatekeeping it.
Enough people show up, you can get in there.
Have y'all watched Ancient
They're
Apocalypse?
Russian Area 51.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah, that's
Great one.
Of course.
I love what you
I
said.
went to the Serpent Mound in Ohio, which is an hour away from my house, where that was the one episode where they didn't let Graham Hancock into that place at Serpent Mound in Ohio.
Oh, why not?
Because he asked to film that they were doing the documentary and they just didn't let him do it. And I think it's because of the sort of cultural rhetoric that was associated with him where they were like, no, this is like racist type stuff.
Yeah.
Man, when that Netflix show came
That
out,
doesn't even make sense. That he's
It doesn't
I
make any
barbecued
sense.
like
No.
10 steaks, bro. Super Bowl party just because I seen them, because I read Magicians of the Gods, Fingerprints of the Gods
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
And so I had no idea that. Then I see like a preview that Graham Hancock is getting a show on Netflix, and I was just
Finally.
it was a fucking party for me because
Yeah.
I saw for about a decade just the way he was attacked, all because he's asking questions.
Yeah.
And so that means that a lot of these people that have these PhDs or degrees, the shit that they went to school for,
They pulled
is even older than that.
They pulled an ultimate red herring on him. Where it's so lazy that what they will just do is attack the character,
And I
but
think you
they're
guys
not
talked
even
to,
attacking the
Randall
character. They're
Carlson
creating
on y'all's podcast
they're
before.
creating
Yeah.
a straw man and attacking the straw man. So now Graham Hancock, according to them, is a racist, and therefore we cannot listen to him. So
Which he's not
the
at all.
racist part.
there's nothing racist about it. He's suggesting that
Have you
we
seen
have
his
been
wife, dude?
advanced many
He's
times.
racist.
Yeah.
Have you seen his wife, dude?
Yeah,
You know,
I haven't.
He went
She's
on Mike
Indian.
Tyson's
She's
fucking
Indian.
Yeah.
half
she's
baked or
Willie's
whatever.
sister.
Oh, Willie's sister.
Yeah, man.
That dude's obviously not
I
racist.
think
She's
there's a
Indian.
lot of ancient history that we don't know about.
Yeah. for
Well,
sure.
even what the,
Hidden
another
or
great
lost to
channel.
history or whatever.
Have you ever seen the YouTube channel Bright Insight?
No.
You got to check him out. He's like, he was in the military.
Right
and,
inside is it Jimmy
Jimmy Corsetti.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And he
Atlantis
made,
and all that.
yes, he's so good. And he was a Marine or an infantry person and not
You found
whatever.
some cool shit.
Some bad.
He was in Saudi Arabia and he was in the Middle East desert and like has pictures from seeing really cool stuff when he was just there in the military, but now he's just doing like geological stuff. And he did a really great video on Göbekli Tepe
I was going to bring that
and
up.
is very just pure logic, pure fact, no nonsense, and talking all about every aspect of Göbekli Tepe and what the United UNESCO, what they've done with it and how they cover it, how the covering doesn't actually protect it from anything. It still gets snowed on despite this gigantic covering that's over the entire site. All this kind of interesting
That's
stuff.
not even the entire site.
Right.
Right.
They keep finding
And they
more.
keep planting tree gardens over
There's like
other
so
parts
much,
of it.
So much more to be dug up. The
Yeah.
question is, why are they gatekeeping it?
Why are they
And
gatekeeping?
somebody was funding it too. He
Even-
talked about somebody was funding it that so they wouldn't dig it up or something like that.
Wasn't it
Don't
in
quote me.
UNESCO or the
I'm not sure who it was.
United-
It's a guy that they're in control of that, and that's why they're not digging anymore.
Well, Joe Rogan also had Zawi Hawass, the head of Egyptology,
Cringe podcast,
who's
bro.
Yeah. So
And-
they debate him.
Yeah.
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 He
Have you
didn't
guys
even
seen the
debate him.
clip
He just had him on
when
the
Graham
he
like
kicks
podcast.
out-
lost. Yeah, but they were debating.
Have you seen the
Yeah.
clip whenever he kicks Graham Hancock out and Graham's like he showed up for a big presentation in Egypt, I believe.
I didn't see
And
that.
he's talking shit to him, and Graham's wife's right there, fuck you, and yada yada. Like, and then Graham's like, hey man, don't debate the man, debate the subject matter. Let's get it. And he didn't let him. So, but apparently
He's
now
classy.
they're cool.
He is classy. He's a classy British.
he won't
He's a
stoop to your
polite
level.
British guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw the podcast, the Rogan podcast, dude.
That was hard to watch.
And it was hard to watch.
And then he made a video afterward where he was like, "I have to talk about these certain things that I
and
talked
that's
about."
the guy
Yeah.
behind keeping the gate.
Yeah, to
the
like
academia
being
to the
able to
pyramid.
explore the
Wow.
pyramids.
Or he's just a pawn in the game, and he's
He
just
might, yeah, of course.
trying to make it look over here, and there's really just
Is there something to that the pyramids, if they go and find out and dig down there, that they don't want the population to find out? That's my question. I don't know.
Alien versus Predator.
Well, I think
Easy to
that
fact check.
I think
Let's go.
that harkens perfectly to the old world stuff.
If they can stick a little camera in the sheetrock, you
Yeah.
know,
There's
and find
a-
gas leaks. They can stick a little camera. down
The
there,
influence
man. Come
of
on.
Egypt cannot be understated upon not just politics but culture, the way we understand history, Moses, all
You
this
think the
stuff.
Egyptians built it, though? You think they found it?
I think they.
I think they found it, bro.
I don't.
Not found, but it was built way before what we say in modern history.
By them? By like the same Egyptian people? Like ancient Egyptians?
Like
Ancient
Easter
people.
Island.
Now,
They found that?
I watched a video recently about a guy who talked about how they could have built it. This was a newer video about how they could have built
Just
it.
spoil all the fun.
I told Willie about it. Remember I was telling you about this that one day?
Yeah.
About how they could have built it without any sort of special technology. It made literal perfect sense.
I get it. No, there's been like a lot
It
of
has to do
studies
with
about
like
that.
ramps. It has to do with
Waddles.
it's
Put it on logs. I get it.
it's more it is
No,
more
the molds,
complicated
right?
than that.
They make molds.
No, he wasn't going into that, and he's not saying he's right. He was
There's
just
lot of
offering a
stuff that's,
theory
like,
to
way,
it.
Way less explainable. Though. Like
That's why I was
I agree.
asking.
Like,
what do you guys think
the-
about ancient
the
intelligence?
Great Pyramids or something? But
That's what
you know,
you're about.
another great page is Baseforge on Instagram. I've seen
Oh,
his
yeah.
stuff. He's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
fantastic. He's a
Yeah,
fellow engineer.
Wait, what is it called?
Baseforge.
Base
Um,
Forge,
That's just what his
Okay.
name is. I think he's like a DJ
because he
too.
likes EDM shit.
Yeah, but he's got fantastic videos, and he references a lot of these YouTube channels
Yeah,
that it
yeah.
sounds like you're talking about. One of the ones that he put out that struck me was these ancient pots and pans, or like these ancient pottery that were just, there's a whole bunch of them, and they found them in different ancient sites, and they're perfectly built.
The circumference.
Like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
laser measured them, and it's
Yeah.
like finer than the laser can measure for the perfect circumference. They're all identical. There's
How did
thousands of them.
How do they do
They're
it?
harder than diamonds.
Yeah,
They have like ancient geometry on them. They have like the golden ratio throughout the vase structure and stuff. And it's, by the way, I honestly forget the type of rock or whatever they chiseled, made it from, but it's like harder than granite. And they didn't have this technology to cut that stuff back in the day, especially so perfectly, thousands and thousands of times. And this is like
you mean
very
they,
easily. You
you
can go
mean
to these places and see these things.
they did
right now.
have the technology?
Something was there cutting that.
well,
They did
yeah.
have the technology.
And let me
They
let
just
me
didn't have
relate
the
this.
And they found
technology
some food in some of these
that
things
they
that still
fucking
were
tell
like,
us that we had. Someone knows under the Vatican somewhere that's the technology.
They were saying that food in there
Yeah,
didn't
technology.
spoil like it did if it were like actually that. It was like all this crazy stuff. It was like sacred geometry doing something. It was definitely known back then because you look at ancient architecture and it's full of beautiful geometry.
Let me relate this to the old world stuff.
Without a machine, without technology, without something.
When you look at the old cathedrals, the old Capitol buildings, the government buildings that we have today, some of the old museums, some of the universities that we have today, whether it's Princeton University, whether it's University of California, UCLA, and you go into the story of how they built these things, the just mainstream narrative, like the Empire State Building, for example. They say that it was built in 1929 in 1 year. Not even a perfect example. Yeah, on Wikipedia. Go to some other ones. Go to some other amazing churches that have been built.
Yeah.
Like old world style churches, like cathedral with beautiful sacred geometry, beautiful inlays inside parts of the Vatican.
Yeah.
They'll be like, this was built in 1 year or 2 years in 1890. And if you watch enough videos, you start seeing that everything is built in 1870 through 1910. and all these buildings are popping up at the same time, and you look and see who the architect was and what other things that they were building at the exact same time,
The Masons.
never brings that up. But
That's where you're going.
no, he doesn't.
Come on.
He doesn't.
Come on.
I think that's an important thing to really not bring the conspiracy into this, but rather just go off each story of every individual building and how it was built and who quote unquote built it.
You're saying it's all within like a 30-year span.
But all these buildings were always built in
industrial.
like 1 to 5 years. Some of them are different. Some of them are like
Yeah,
20
because
years.
contractors didn't benefit from prolonging
Just go to
construction
Galveston.
schedules back then.
Absolutely, but
Plus,
when
they
you
had
have
like
a
slaves
town,
and shit back then.
absolutely. But in some of these instances, when you have a town that has a population of 5,000 people and they build a Capitol building that's gigantic and ornate and perfect, and they say that they built it in 1 year in 1890 when they didn't even have electricity or power tools, and they still had to deal with the winter, and the population of the town is 5,000, which means that there's a working population of probably 1,000 people or less. It doesn't add up. And it doesn't add up thousands of times for thousands of different buildings.
You go thousands of years back. What doesn't add up is how in the hell they didn't have allegedly they didn't have no airplanes, no nothing back in the ancient times. How the hell did they build pyramids on this side of the hemisphere, and then the other side of the hemisphere? How did they know to build
Biggest
them
pyramid is in South America.
You know what I'm saying?
Remember.
Right. When you go to Peru and you look at Machu Picchu, and Sophie's parents were just there in Machu Picchu some months ago.
That's way up there.
And you got to be
bro.
so high up to see the actual drawings. Like, you can't see them when you're on the ground. Same with Serpent Mountain. You can't understand that when you're just on ground level, which I went to and walked, and they had the observation deck closed. So I couldn't even go on the observation deck. And then perfectly line it to the
Either
stars.
there's some lost technology or it's something else, right?
I just think
Well,
more importantly, we're
what
not
would you
being,
speculate
we're
that
not,
something
we're
else
not
is-
understanding
it
the
would be?
full story.
Speculation, pure
I
speculation.
have so many Well, my problem is I want to believe.
Well, no
Which
shit.
I'm sure, like, all of us have a little confirmation bias.
But
there.
I
hypothetically,
literally have the X-Files poster.
if you were to speculate,
I mean, what's
you being a NASA guy and you being close to all that stuff,
okay?
if you were to speculate, what would it be? One speculation. Come on, you got to give us one.
I'm particularly drawn to like, like the Southwest USA has some crazy stuff going on. Like not just the Grand Canyon, but like the whole Skinwalker Ranch stuff,
Yeah.
and like the Hopi Indians and like all of
yes.
their ancient tales and stuff. It's like there's a
It's
lot of these
dark.
ancient cultures where, like you're saying, corroboration. Like they just kind of have very similar. Fire in the sky, a thing came down. Oh my God, it had fire and
Yeah,
lightning.
myths
and,
that
you
are
know,
exactly the same from all over the world.
yeah, and
Portals and
different
shit.
languages. Yeah, and it's all just they associate it with deities at that point in time. But like, I don't know. I think that as pure speculation, I want to believe that we're not alone. I think let's just play that out, right? I don't think there's just like one other type of alien out there. I think there's probably hundreds or thousands or millions of different. I mean, the fucking universe is a big ass place. It's getting bigger every day, and you know we are nowhere near the oldest part of the universe. We're kind of far out from the center. You know where it all started. So imagine like star clusters near the center. I mean, we're talking billions of years. It's just there's got to be so many more life forms out there. I think a lot of people are like, oh, it's just green men, or oh, it's the mantis people, or what. I think it's all of them. I think there's so many. And so what does that mean? Like, if you really think about a creature that's been evolved for billions of years, like we have no idea what that could be like. They could be an egg that floats through the atmosphere. And that's where these egg retrievals are going. Like the whole
one hard-boiled egg.
We could talk about disclosure.
You ever heard of the Anunnaki?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, those blue people.
I don't know what color they were.
Apparently, that was the inspiration for.
They were like 15 feet tall and whatnot.
In the Fifth Element, the Anunnaki are armor-clad beings of ancient flesh,
Yeah,
but
the
they've
story sounds
extended their life.
Yeah, they came here for gold.
Oh,
Came here for gold so they could eject
That's
into their
one story,
atmosphere
that's
so that
one
they could
story.
reflect more
Oh, yeah,
sunlight
yeah.
and not melt. If you could come all the way here
Yeah.
and no, enslave humanity or
Yeah.
bioengineer humanity to manually mine gold and then bring it all the way back to your star system and sprinkle it throughout your clouds. Cloud seeding. Ultimate cloud seeding.
Yeah.
Right on.
Is that the easiest way to do things?
And then they have.
I agree with you on that.
I remember.
That doesn't
They just
make a lot of sense.
That is
A
the
drone to
thing.
go mine it
Yeah,
instead
right.
of wait a couple million years to like interbreed with humans to like make them.
It's like in the Bible. Oh, the angels came down, and then they show you a picture with a horse with wings. Motherfucker,
That's the Mormons,
If they
man.
came down, we got the NASA guy right here.
Where
If they
the-
came
where they
down.
get-
They didn't come down on horses, bro.
Wait, where did they get the horse from? Spearman Rhino?
I don't know. I remember looking at the Bible when I was a kid. My mom's big Bible with the gold pages on the outside, and then you
That's
see
Anunnaki
the
gold,
angels coming down, and I think it's the Book of Enoch, and
Yeah.
they came down. How did they come down? Not in a horse. They
Well, we're
came down
super
with
advanced right now, but we
technology.
got slave labor.
How does a virgin get pregnant?
I would like to believe
Technology.
I mean,
Tech.
facts. Yeah.
So you're saying that
Jurassic
if you
Park
got super advanced, you would not use.
Life finds a way. Okay.
The assumption is that if you get super advanced, you would not use humanoid slave labor.
It would seem like if you're an interplanetary species,
Yeah.
you're not going to belabor yourself with geoengineering an entire world to do manual labor.
I agree with
What if it's
that.
easy? To
Then
learn
you'd
that.
figured producing gold. I figured they'd be like Star Trek and have like a what's it called? The thing that makes
They
anything.
can make transmutate whatever.
Pretty much
What's
alchemical.
it called? Damn it! It's the thing.
Maybe
that makes,
making gold out of nothing is harder
like
than
they
it
just
seems.
take mass and they make it. It's like the fabricator.
Yeah,
I think it's called the fabricator or
the
whatever.
fabricator. Yeah.
They would just like print gold. They just 3D print gold and throw it up where they got to in the atmosphere to like survive.
I don't know.
Isn't that so much easier than going like billions of
Yeah,
miles
but
across
Hoarding-
the
how do you
galaxy?
hoarding
print
a
gold? How do you print
civilization?
gold? Can you tell me? Because I want to.
That's what the alchemists want to know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that timer that went off earlier, that was our timer.
Okay,
Yeah.
So we're going to cut it there
just getting to the good.
so that
I
everybody
know.
wants to keep watching.
Okay.
And we hope you guys have enjoyed it. We
Yeah, it
got
was
a lot.
all over.
We got a lot more. That was probably
Beautiful,
the best,
gentlemen.
most interesting
Beautiful.
podcast to date.
They're gonna cancel.
We
us.
got the great Joe Ott here on the podcast today. Couldn't have
Hey,
done it without
whoever
him.
the Reddit guy was that posted that thing on Jazz Guitar Reddit about us, and he said, "How did they get Mike Moreno?" Wait, Mike Moreno saw us.
That's
What
right.
do you think? Think
Sounds
about
like-
that.
Like previous.
Yeah, we got
beef.
posted about on Reddit. We got the great Danny Zander. We got the great Willie McCullen. We got our mob. We got Chad. Houston Ensemble Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. www.houstonensemble.com. Thank you so much.
Thanks, brother.